In the 1990s in central Massachusetts, we were ground zero for Halloween. The reason? Spookyworld.
It's America's horror theme park, Spookyworld.
In 1991, a disused 1700s farmhouse was made into America's horror theme park as the Haunted Hayride, which is a pretty standard thing around these parts for Halloween, was expanded to include haunted houses, celebrity guests, and something going on every single night in October.
You can see just about everything from Tiny Tim to every kind of horror monster you can imagine. In fact, this place is so successful, it's scary.
Now keep in mind, this was before horror conventions. Sure, they had Fangoria's Weekend of Horrors, that was in New York and LA, and it was not that often. So the fact that you could go to Spookyworld, you could go on a haunted hayride, a number of haunted houses, and go see up to 20 horror celebrities.
Don't miss the real Jason, Bobby Pickett, or Alice Cooper.
Whose autographs, by the way, were all included with your price of admission, was pretty amazing.
Last year, the crowd trying to get Elvira's autograph was jammed as tight as her wardrobe. Fortunately, there was a bit more breathing room for this year's crop of autograph hounds.
Every single night, Bobby Boris Pickett would play, Tiny Tim would play. For a big amount of time, Alice Cooper played a number of nights. Some of the celebrities you could meet there, and that I met there, were Linnea Quigley.
Where are you guys taking me?
Don't worry, it won't hurt very much.
Kane Hodder, Tom Savini, Linda Blair.
No, it's funny because I'm working up in Boston right now. The theme park is called Spookyworld.
Be up in Boston at this spooky park,
Spookyworld, yes,
this weekend.
Through October 31st, yes, it's incredible.
Good.
It's for a great cause.
Great.
And a whole lot more. There was also the Americans Horror Supermarket, which, again, we didn't have Spirit Halloween stores, you didn't have the internet, there were not places you could buy horror stuff. This was where you could get cool masks, original movie posters. I bought a Dawn of the Dead original one-sheet when I was a kid. You couldn't get this stuff anywhere, but they had it there.
Hey, welcome back to our special edition of Up Front here at Spookyworld in Berlin, Massachusetts.
And we are here at the American Horror Museum, where they have scores of memorabilia from all kinds of horror movies throughout the decades.
Probably my favorite part of Spookyworld was America's Horror Museum. This was a museum that had hundreds of items from actual horror movies. This was a screen-used Freddy Krueger glove, a screen-used alien costume from the movie Aliens, Leatherface's chainsaw, all of these things that you just could not see.
Just over my shoulder, we have Freddy Krueger from Friday the 13th and Mike Myers' mask from Halloween. Tim, that was one of my favorite scary Halloween flicks.
In fact, I liked it so much I saw it twice.
In 1993, Tom Savini opened his own haunted house that he designed within Spookyworld, Tom Savini's Haunted House. Now, obviously, this seemed like a huge deal at the time for me. I was 11 years old, but I didn't know it was actually a huge national thing. This got coverage on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, scary enough.
I am here. I'm at Spookyworld, Jay.
Oh, Spookyworld. I'm sorry.
Spookyville is right down the road. You don't want to confuse them. This is the one you want to be at, Jay. Don't accept any substitutes.
Bill Maher.
And believe me, it is spooky. Just look up here, Jay. Is that spooky or what?
Oh, boy.
Come on.
Anyway, Regis and Kathy Lee, USA Up All Night. Of course, the movie Loft, but that's another video. The Today Show.
Willard is in Berlin, Massachusetts at Spookyworld. Is this a typo? Willard, how you doing? Good morning.
No, listen, we're the typos. This is Spookyworld.
All kinds of national news coverage. ESPN was there. It was pretty insane.
People are getting the yell scared out of them at Spookyworld in Massachusetts.
Spookyworld lasted until 1998 when, unfortunately, the state came and said that the area that Spookyworld sat on was not safe for human beings. And was shut down promptly. We got 7 amazing Halloweens of Spookyworld. They did different iterations at different places after that, but it was never quite the same. The original farmhouse where Spookyworld existed is still there, and a lot of the decorations are there. It's just sort of abandoned, which is actually kind of badass and super spooky. But from 1991 to 1998, America's Horror Theme Park, the one and only one, was in Berlin, Mass., and god damn it, it was a good time.
Carol, I'm frightened already.